Welcome to CCS TV News, where we bring you highlights and happenings from Coweta County Schools. For the week of March 27th, I'm Josh Johnson.
And I'm Dawn Revere. We'll look ahead at coming events for the Coweta County School System. But first,
at its March 14th meeting, the Coweta Board of Education voted to partner with Coweta County government to allow Coweta emergency personnel access to school cameras. The board approved an intergovernmental agreement to allow for school surveillance video access by emergency 911 as a part of the safety partnership between the school system and local law enforcement and emergency response agencies.
Board members, this is something we've been working on for several years, and we're able to do it at this time because of an approval you made recently to update our surveillance camera systems or servers. If we approve this intergovernmental agreement, it will allow E911 in the event that we have an event at a school and need eyes on the inside of the building. It will allow camera access at the Emergency Operations Center. So it's going to really help us. It's an upgrade in the area of safety, and I recommend approval.
The agreement approved by the school board maintains sole responsibility for school video surveillance systems within the school system, but directs the school system's IT department to provide secure network connectivity and training to Coweta 911. That will allow 911 to access real-time images on school surveillance systems during an emergency. The agreement goes to Coweta County Commission for final approval. Video surveillance of campus grounds and buildings and security partnerships with local law enforcement agencies is part of the school system's safety plan. Superintendent Evan Horton sat down with school administrators and law enforcement representatives recently to talk about the school system's layered approach to safety.
I know we've talked before, you really look at security from the outside in.
Yes, actually we look at it from all aspects. We will kind of bounce off what the school system does as far as their entry protocols. We also will do our own assessments on the outside security to prevent anybody from coming in that's not supposed to be here on the campus.
That interview can be seen in its entirety on the school system's CCS TV YouTube channel.
Also at its March 14th meeting, the school board approved a $391,000 measure to work with Coweta County for the construction of additional stacking lanes at Brooks and Eastside Elementary schools. The schools are in need of additional driveway lanes to prevent traffic from backing up onto frontage roads during arrival and dismissal times.
Board members, just remind you that oftentimes, especially during the summer, through these intergovernmental agreements, we can tack on to projects that other governmental entities are doing, such as the county in this case, to save us money and to save us time as far as mobilizing equipment and whatnot. These projects at these two schools, Brooks for several years, especially at dismissal time in the afternoons, we have traffic that gets out oftentimes all the way out to Jim Star Road. So this additional stacking lane will help us there. And then if you've ever been to Eastside, it sits on a corner there of Eastside School Road and Old Highway 85, and we have the same issues there. So we really feel like these two projects will help us with traffic flow. So with those comments, I recommend approval.
The school board also reviewed ongoing school construction improvement projects around the county, including the Noonan High School rebuild, fire alarm replacement projects at Madras Middle School and Winston-Dowdell Academy, and designs for softball field house improvements at all three high schools. The board heard about design work for the upcoming replacement of the softball field house at East Coweta High School and renovations of existing field houses at Northgate and Noonan High Schools. The school board's March 14th meeting can be seen in its entirety on the school system's CCS TV YouTube channel.
Now, a look ahead at events in our school system with East Coweta High student Olivia Rodriguez.
There's exciting entertainment and activities coming up this season at the Nixon Center for Performing and Visual Arts. The Nixon Center welcomes the Carla Harris Jazz Quartet, Sunday, April 16th at 3 p.m. East Coweta High School spring musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, will play April 27th through the 29th at the center. Northgate High's spring musical, Beauty and the Beast, will go on stage April 20th through the 22nd at the center. And this summer, Coweta High School students will have the opportunity to rehearse and perform a Shakespearean play in 2 weeks as a part of the Nixon Center's STAR program. Auditions will be held on June 5th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and June 6th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Nixon Center. Students who wish to audition for this year's Center STAR program will need to prepare a 60-second Shakespearean monologue to perform. And selected students will work with theater experts on stage combat and Shakespearean dialect. To find more information about STAR auditions and information about tickets, showtimes, and other upcoming school and Nixon Center events, go to www.thenixoncenter.net. Coweta students are looking forward to spring break, April 3rd through the 7th, and after that break, a number of upcoming honor programs, special events, and of course, graduations are scheduled through the end of the school year on Friday, May 26th.
Thanks, Olivia. 6 Coweta students selected for the year's Georgia All-State Chorus program were congratulated by the school board for their selection. The prestigious All-State Chorus program is held each year at the Classic Center in Athens and selects some of the most promising vocal students in Georgia schools to participate.
Yes, it is very competitive to get in to All-State Chorus. I think this year around 6,000 students across the state auditioned during the first round.
It was really fun. It was really difficult. There was 3 days of pretty much just singing.
We'd wake up in the morning and we'd go to breakfast, and then we'd go to probably like a 3-hour long rehearsal, and then we'd have a lunch break, and then we'd go back to rehearsal for about 2.5 hours, and then we'd go to our dinner break, and then go back for another rehearsal that night.
Every year you hope you get some to make it, and sometimes they miss it by just like the skin of their teeth. It's a thrill to have students to be able to make it.
East Coweta High School student Alexander Rice, Arnold Middle School student Madeline McCrary, Bass Middle School students Avery Kearney and Charlotte Myers, and Lee Middle School students Ryan Daly and Natalie Howard were chosen based on their auditions this year.
The board also approved Lee Middle School Assistant Principal Amy Addison as the new principal of Northside Elementary School. Addison replaced longtime Northside Principal Dana Ballou at the school, and Ballou retires at the end of the school year.
We got you what you asked for. We're bringing Amy Addison over. She's got a strong elementary background. She's been an instructional coach, something you asked for, strong instruction. She's shown herself to be a nurturer, to be a supporter, and to be very energetic. Amy Addison, welcome to Northside. Good luck.
All I can say is, wow, wow, and wow. We are at Northside Elementary together today, and I am beyond excited and so honored to be in this room with you today.
That brings us to a close for today's show. Thanks so much for joining us. CCS TV will return throughout the year to bring you stories from the Coweta County school system. Now some parting thoughts from Superintendent Evan Horton.
Just want to take a few minutes for some congratulations and a few words of thanks. Congratulations, of course, to our All-State Chorus students for their state recognition. Their families and schools are justifiably proud that these students were recognized as some of the best in Georgia. Thanks to their teachers in their middle schools and high schools, and their chorus teachers before, who helped these students build on their talents and realize this accomplishment. Congratulations to Amy Addison for her upcoming role as the new principal of Northside Elementary. She has big shoes to fill and a lot of good people in place to help her maintain Northside as the shining star that it is. Above all, I extend congratulations and thanks to Dana Ballou for her 25 years of distinguished leadership at Northside and her many years of service to our students. And finally, I extend my thanks to Coweta Emergency Management, Coweta County Board of Commissioners, and our law enforcement partners for building on our partnership to allow for closer, real-time connectivity between our schools and the Coweta 911 Center. The agreement between the school system and the county, allowing access to our school's security camera feeds, if ever needed, is something that we've identified as a need in our security planning. Having that capability in an emergency and expanding our close relationship is something that is important to our school system and our parents. We definitely appreciate it. Finally, thanks as always to our Board of Education. It was their support of our schools and our safety plans and their support for improvements to our school security cameras that allowed this capability to begin with. It takes a lot of people working together to make these things happen, and we appreciate the leadership of our board and others in realizing them. Please visit our CCS TV YouTube channel for more episodes of The Update and other videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share our videos. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.